Hey cuties, welcome back to writing for day 3. Remember this month, this whole month, our goal is that we are going to be able to write a paragraph. We are going to be organized when we write that paragraph. We will use proper capitalization and punctuation rules when you write. This week, I'm introducing you to what a paragraph is. Next week, we will be breaking it down and writing it together. And then by Friday, you'll be able to rewrite the paragraph. The next week, the same way. So this week in writing, you're watching me, and then you're doing your writing in your journal, or you're doing your writing in your spiral about lists and dates and commas. All right. Now, remember before we ever start writing that we have to have a purpose. These two, the PI, are usually your nonfiction writing. You're trying to get your reader to do something or try something, you're persuading them. Like, we need to save the rainforest and why. Informing means that you are teaching your reader facts with lots of details so that they can learn something new about an informational topic, like whales, like frogs, like hurricanes, like tornadoes. That's your nonfiction. Your entertaining is your fiction. And that's where you're trying to have somebody enjoy your story. And they'll have emotions when they read the story. And remember how I remember that the author's purpose is pie. It's as easy as pie: persuade, inform, or entertain. And those are your 3 main reasons of why you write. All right, remember a paragraph. It is a topic sentence. It's 3 great sentences with facts and details, and it's 1 conclusion sentence. So let's look at this perfect paragraph right here. We indented, meaning that we pushed in, and I'm going to be teaching you this because this is important. You have to see where a paragraph starts. This one says, foxes are part of the dog family, but they are a lot like a cat. First, their eyes have vertical slit eyes. Now, there's a mistake. First, they have vertical slit eyes. Next, they have claws that retract, which means they only come out when they need them. Finally, they stalk and play with their prey before they kill it. Foxes can even climb trees. Clearly, foxes may look like a dog, but they are much more similar to a cat. All right. So, what we did here is we wanted our reader to understand that yes, foxes are part of the dog family, but they're a lot like a cat. They have vertical slit eyes, meaning that their pupil goes up and down, it's not round. Next, their claws come in and out as they need them. If you look at your dog's paws, if you have one, their claws stay out all time. If you look at your cat, if you have one, those claws go in and out as they need them. They also stalk or chase down or hunt their prey, and they play with it before they kill it. A dog will attack something and just kill it, but a cat will like torture it for a little bit or play with it and then kill it like a toy. Foxes can climb trees. So that's how we proved that foxes are like cats, even though they're part of the dog family. Great paragraph, except for that one mistake right there. And we all make mistakes. So I have to go back and, edit that, change it. All right, remember that you're going to have a topic sentence. You're going to have fact, fact, fact with lots of details, and you're going to have a conclusion. And that's our hamburger. That's exactly how you envision this as you're writing. Did I introduce my reader to what I'm talking about? Do I have really good facts with details? And did I conclude it and not leave my reader hanging and just my hamburger went all over the ground? All right. Yesterday, what we talked about was topic sentences. How do I introduce my reader to what I'm talking about? And we said animals build many different kinds of nests. All right. Now, what we have to do is we have to talk about how animals build many kinds of nests. So I'm going to read this to you again, and you think about how would you do that? What kind of facts would you pull out? It says many animals live in nests. A hummingbird builds a cup-shaped nest. The nest is made of moss and bits of spiderweb. A mouse makes a grass nest in the shape of a ball. The mouse hides its nest in tall grass or in a tunnel under the ground. Some animals put a lot of work building their homes. Weaver birds make nests that hang from tree branches. The birds carefully weave grass and leaves together. Weaver birds use their feet and beaks to tie knots in the grass. All right, so when you write, you don't ever just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm just going to sit down and write a paragraph. You have to read things. You have to study things. You have to think about things before you ever start putting things down. Well, here what we do is we have different passages, different paragraphs that we're reading about nests. And now we're going to turn it into a paper to teach somebody how animals build many kinds of nests. All right, so yesterday you will see, I have to switch down so I can type. You will see that we did our top button. Animals build many different kinds of nests. Now, this is where I'm going to say, okay, what was the first animal I read about? Well, I read about a hummingbird, and I read how they create a cup-shaped nest, and they make it out of moss and bits of spiderweb. Now, this is what you can't do. You cannot use those words exactly like that author wrote them, because if you do, you're stealing their writing. So you have to put it into your own words. Now, the way you do that is you read something and then you don't look at it as you're writing, because you do not want to just copy somebody else's writing. So I'm going to go here, and I need to tell my writer or my reader that I'm starting right here, and I'm starting first. So first, comma. That's a transition word. That's telling somebody that this is the first thing I'm going to be talking about. All right. And I'm going to talk about hummingbirds. So first, hummingbirds. Let's see. What do? They build little cup-shaped nests, right? And I believe they made them out of spider webs and moss. Now that's in my own words, because did you see how I was typing and I wasn't looking? So when you do this, it needs to be in your own words. And if we go back here, we can see how it was actually two sentences, and I combined it into one sentence. I put two thoughts in one sentence. So far my paper says animals build many different kinds of nests. First, hummingbirds build little cup-shaped nests out of spider webs and moss. Now what I do is I do my second one. And I say, okay, I believe it was mice. And I remember it was a mouse, but I'm going to go second, comma. Did you see that? Now I'm still in the middle of a sentence. I say mice, not just a mouse, but mice, because I think every mouse would do this. Now, I'm not going to use the word build again. I'm going to say construct. Ooh, do you see that? I use a different verb because I don't want to go, they build, they build, they build, they build. So I use construct. Grass nests, I think, that look like balls. All right? That's good. Animals build many different kinds of nests. First, hummingbirds build little cup-shaped nests out of spider webs and moss. Second, mice construct grass nests that look like balls. Cool. I've taught my reader two things so far. Now I'm going to go to the third thing, and I'm not looking back because I remember it. And I remember the weaver birds. So I'm going to go finally, comma, weaver birds build, make nests that hang that hang from branches in trees. Okay, I think that was right. So then I kind of check my facts to make sure. Cup shape, moss, and spider webs. Shape of a ball. I go here and I go, yeah, let's see, they hang from trees and they weave the grass together. See, I didn't put that in, but that's okay. But the thing about it is too, is some of you use facts and they're not true. You don't want to teach somebody that's not something that's not true. Okay, now when I'm done for the day, I read it back to myself. I go, animals build many different kinds of nests. First, hummingbirds build little cup-shaped nests out of spider webs and moss. Second, mice construct grass nests that look like balls. Finally, weaver birds make nests that hang from tree branches. Do you see how I used a different verb each sentence? And then tomorrow, what I'm ready to do is put that bottom bun on, which is a conclusion, and then rewrite it. All right. So let's go to the last one and we'll wrap it up today. Your facts and details are what makes your burger juicy. They teach and explain. And without them, your burger is just plain and boring. So topic sentence, top bun. Your details and your facts are your lettuce and your tomatoes and your meat. And then tomorrow we're going to put that bottom bun on. All right. So have a great day and I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for listening.